Friday. It's Friday, and welcome to BET's Black Coffee. She's Gia Peppers. I'm Mark Lamont Hill, and Jameer Pond is here as well. And we have a great show for you today. Let's talk about infidelity, because when it happens in relationships, at least heterosexual relationships, there is an almost immediate rush to judge the behavior of the woman or the side chick breaking up a happy home. So our question of the day is, why do we always blame the woman for cheating? Please use the hashtag Black Coffee Live to send us your comments. Let us know why we do that, or if you think we don't do that, tell us why you don't think we do that. You know, Gia, this has just been a crazy week.
It has, and there's been a lot of talk happening. You know, the internet is a place for everybody to have their opinion and get their platform, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I'm really over Lil Duval and all the men who continue to call out black women's, whether it's hairstyle, anything, clothing, anything. I'm just like, you never see black women celebrities. You never see Beyonce or Ciara, anybody tweeting like, yo, I can't stand when Jay-Z wears his hair in an afro. Like, no one ever does that. And so for the continued attacks, whether it's Meek, who I love, like, congrats on everything, but he still was calling out girls wearing lace fronts. And now Lil Duval has tweeted, he said, I hate the big, curly, bushy hair look. I'm not saying stop wearing it, ladies. I personally just don't like it. I like every other style, though, especially the straight hair look. But that big afro line-ish, no can do.
That's so nuts to me.
Like, wait.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So you don't like black women to look like they're wearing their natural hair, or to wear their natural hair, or the hair that grows out of our head. You want us to straighten our hair, and what you don't realize is that you're falling into society's expectations of the beauty standard for everyone to look as close to white as possible. And so you sound crazy as a person who is of the black culture. Your mama's black, her hair probably grows curly naturally if she got a perm or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, you sound crazy for telling black women to stop wearing their hair in the way of that it grows out of their head. And your hair grows curly too, bruh. And there's people that posted a photo of him in an afro.
Exactly.
So come on.
He's gonna say, that's fine for me, but not for women.
Hey.
And there's this idea that men can control
what women look like.
What women look like and how they look. And unfortunately, there are many people who will grow up in the society and make those choices to burn their hair, to straighten their hair, to do things that they may not want to do, and certainly do something differently than how it grows out of their head, because of the male domination of these beauty standards. It's crazy. It's sad. Lil Duval gets on my nerves anyway. You know, he made transphobic comments before. Yeah. He's done this. I mean, he's done some stuff that I just don't rock with. But this is bad.
Like he said, I literally like it straight.
Yeah, I try my best to stay away from listening to people like that, like Lil Duval, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
but I think comments like that is just like hella insensitive. But at the same time, I mean, this guy, he can say, you know, I'm a comedian, I was joking. Like, it's a lot.
It's not funny.
No, it's not funny. But I don't go to Lil Duval for social comments or social active or blackness or you know what I'm saying? So I encourage people not to do that.
Right.
But I also think that the comments are way too crazy. I mean, I got a black mother. We all got black moms.
He has a black mom.
He has a black mom. You know, you wouldn't let anybody talk about your mom like that. I understand. I didn't even know he was tweeting until it was in the script. I didn't know this was happening. But again, I don't go looking for him for approval on blackness.
Absolutely. And I think black women have learned to kind of like, unfortunately, just ignore when those comments come, because if you literally internalized, even from the moments or the lyrics, certain lyrics in hip hop that say, you know, even Chris Brown, who recently said he would like he likes girls with their nice hair, black girls with nice hair. Like, it's sad that we have to ignore it, but unfortunately it happens a lot more than we like to admit.
Right.
And
it goes
even to your psyche, I was gonna say, but even in your schools, like even when you're growing up in high school and middle school, and there's a dude, all the dudes like the lighter skinned girls or the things like that, like it's deeper than just like a funny tweet. And so what I wish he understood was that, like, the power of your platform, and like there might be, you know, girls all over the world who wear curly hair who might have thought you were funny, and now they're like, oh, so you can't. So you don't like me.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
That's what worries me. It's about, because you can ignore him once you're at an age where you know he should be ignored.
Right.
But when he's resonating with the broader social world you live in, it becomes tough. And I think about those little black girls who grew up thinking they got the wrong hair.
Exactly.
We already told we got the wrong hips, lips, nose, skin color, all these other things. And then when you add hair to it, you know, it's a tough thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think the craziest part about this is that he's talking to an audience that loves him.
Right.
So there's gonna be people like retweeting, going, "Yeah, high five." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I think like that. So it's just reinforcing.
Perpetuating.
All this other shit, and it's sickening. But at the you're right, because there are some people who can't separate that.
And look at the likes and the retweets. Now, some people will say, you know, this is just his preference.
Right.
Right.
You know.
There's a difference between saying that and then saying, hey, this is my preference, showing that, explaining that, and then bashing people with curly, natural hair.
Right.
It's a fine
Or you could
line.
just not say it.
That's what I'm saying.
You
like,
can
it was
show.
just unnecessary.
Right.
You have to put
there's
it
no
out
secret
there.
that you like light-skinned, long-hair women. I mean, so I don't think you have to say it. And also, we can't ignore the power dynamics. If you stand up and say, you know what, I just really love dark-skinned women. Yo, I just really love nappy hair. Yo, I just really love afros. That's a powerful statement. And that's also not just a preference. That also has political value.
Yeah.
You're reinforcing and speaking out a truth and a preference that has some redemptive value to it because we live in a world where those things aren't normalized.
Absolutely.
So that's different than him growing up saying, you know what, I just really prefer white women. Right.
Right.
I'm saying hypothetically,
Right.
if he were to say that, it's not that I have an issue. Let me say it differently. If he wants to date white women, that would be fine, hypothetically.
Right.
But if we at a world where athletes and rappers oftentimes aspire to whiteness,
That's
it
the
reinforces
thing.
it.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not about your preference. It's just we can't pretend that preferences aren't politicized.
Right.
And don't have
Right.
political value to them.
You show rather than you tell. You don't have to demean somebody to show that you like something else.
Absolutely.
If you want to date whoever you want to date, I'm always fine with that. If people want to date, black people want to date white people, that's fine with me, or any other race, that's fine. But you don't say, yeah, I'm dating this white woman because sisters is out of control. Like
Right.
It's always that.
It's always
that.
that.
It's never just like, well, I fell in love with a woman who happens to be white. And
Right.
It's always like, well, one time this girl, Joanne, in high school said I was crazy, so I knew all black women wouldn't like me. Like it's always that one
It's always that guy. Yeah.
And I'm like, if black women carried the pain from all of the different experiences that we've had with black men, we would all be just single and out here or dating everyone else. And so it's just an interesting thing. And I think that's why songs like Brown Skin Girl are so powerful. Like that's why they resonate so much, is because we often get the other side of, what?
I was checking my watch. This is the longest you've gone without making a Beyonce on the show. I think we got like 7 minutes. It's a new record.
But I was making a good point.
Making a
That's why songs like Brown Skin Girl are so important, because on the other side, there's always this like underlying like standard that people want for their beauty, and it rarely includes brown girls or girls with curly hair or natural curves. And so Lil Duval is just another example of why brown skin girls all over the world feel that song.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why black girls love that song, and why it's so important that Beyonce made that song. And Blue.
Shout out to Beyonce.
And Blue.
We have another story that's actually very serious. A$AP Rocky was charged with assault in Sweden officially, and he could be facing up to 2 years in prison. His trial begins July 30th, and we'll see what happens. I guess, first of all, Donald Trump's vouch didn't work so much.
Yeah, Sweden literally, when it happened, was like, fam,
Yeah.
you're not making better.
Yeah.
I don't even know you.
They said charge him officially.
Make it 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it 2.
It didn't help, which is sad. It's sad to see A$AP go away for self-defense. Like, it didn't have to be. He asked them 3 times. He literally said in the video, "We're not trying to go to jail."
Right.
And now, because he reacted and because he, couldn't help himself anymore, which, again, you should never allow somebody to bring you out of your character like that. But still, sometimes if people are bothering you, that's how you react. That's how he was raised to react. It's sad, though, that, like, the other side isn't getting charged. The people who were actually trying to harass him are not
That's what I'm finding
charged
frustrating.
at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Their arms hurt. Apparently,
Yeah.
They have been assaulted on
In their arms and
their
other
arms,
things.
Right.
That was the quote from the article.
Every
from
bruised
Sweden.
tricep.
Right. My bis and tries are hurting right now. Give him 2 years. Like, I don't understand. In that position, in another country,
In another.
You're not from here on the other side of the world. People are following you. Like, if we just take away the elements of who ASAP is, if we think about people just following us, invading our space,
so scared.
people have died for less. We got to remember, this is how Trayvon Martin was killed.
Wow. Absolutely.
You know,
That's
people
a great
have
point.
died
That's a
for
great
less.
Point.
We don't know what the intentions could have been. We don't know what could have happened. Luckily, there was a bodyguard there, but it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
He was provoked, he was followed, and defended himself like we were all taught that we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And he tried 3 separate times. Like, hey, fam, look.
I would love if you...
Joking.
Yeah.
You got one more time.
Right.
And then the second time, for real,
Right.
you got one more time. Third time was like,
okay.
All right.
And they even told people, they told those, there were girls that came and they were like, yo,
they've been following us
they've been
too.
following us. He touched my friend. Why are we not taking all these things into account, and why is A$AP Rocky the only one in prison right now?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, it speaks to, again, first of all, the global issue of mass incarceration.
Yes.
The idea that we're always looking to resolve any problem, any conflict through prison or through the jail is dangerous to me. There's no correlation to me between what happened on that street and 2 years. Even if I thought A$AP was guilty,
right.
it doesn't demand 2 years.
Right.
But I don't think A$AP is guilty. What I saw in that video is what y'all saw, which looked like self-defense. It looked like he was being harassed.
Yes.
And he's in a foreign country, and you got strangers following him up and down the street. And I've been followed, in other countries, and you don't know, as you said.
You never know.
You never know. And to be black and vulnerable outside is kind of a universal condition.
Exactly.
Whether you're in Europe, whether you're in the United States, wherever you are.
And Sweden doesn't have so many black people that you go to an area and like, hey, look.
They follow him.
They follow me.
Yeah,
like, what do I do? Like, can you talk to them? Because I don't speak their language.
Right.
Like, he was out there.
It's scary.
He was in a tough position. So I'm hoping that some sort of negotiation can be made, that some sort of deal can be made, or that he's just simply found not guilty.
Right.
We want to see A$AP home. And then, of course, the other piece of this is the conditions of the prison itself.
Yep.
Come on,
We've heard inhumane conditions. We've heard feces on the ground, people throwing fecal matter around. We've heard rodents. We've heard odd temperatures. One of the things that I think happens in society is we say if somebody's in prison, they deserve what they got. And if you deserve what you get, then we don't feel sorry for you. We don't care if they have healthy food. We don't care if it smells bad. We don't care if there's mice or rats. And we have to get out of that mindset. Even if you committed a crime, it doesn't mean that you deserve to not be human.
Right.
Part of what, I'm part of, obviously, the prison abolition movement, so I take it a step further and say, I'm trying to imagine a world without prison.
Right.
But part of why is because there's nothing about what I see on the ground with A$AP and in the prison with A$AP says justice to me.
Right.
None of it feels like justice. Like, who's getting justice for this? Those men stalked him, attacked him, he fought back. So what does justice require? Does it require A$AP being in jail? That doesn't feel like justice. Justice, to me, would feel like them having some kind of conflict resolution. Figuring out what happened, get to the bottom of it, apologies are made, beef is squashed, A$AP goes back to a whole other country, never to see these people again. I'm pretty confident he ain't going to Sweden again.
Right.
Absolutely
Like, they
not.
could just say you can't come here anymore.
Right, I mean,
Like, that could be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, there are
ban
so
you
many
from Sweden,
Right.
But it's like they want a pound of flesh from him, and it's not about A$AP. It's about sending a message to other folk.
Right.
And I have to ask, would this happen if he were not a rapper? Would this happen if he were not black? Would this happen if he were not American? I mean, what are the things that are making the government push him into this situation? I don't know the answer to that,
right.
But these are things that we really got to ask about. Now, there's another story that we need to talk about as well, because it is buzzing around the internet. You already know. The photos have been emerging of Nicole Murphy and director Antoine Faqua. They were kissing in the photo. Now, the uproar, not because they're kissing, but because Faqua has been married to actress Layla Rashawn since 1999. So they've been married for 20 years. Now, initially when the story broke and the pics came out, Nicole said, oh, they were just family friends.
Yeah, family friends kiss like that with their tongues.
I'm just telling you what she told me.
That's gross.
I will say this. She later apologized. She said that she would not intentionally undermine another woman. They were kissing more than once in photographs, and there was some drama around that because people didn't exactly buy Nicole Murphy's explanation, which was that she didn't know or that she didn't intentionally undermine another woman. I don't know what that means. It could mean a lot of things.
How you unintentionally kiss somebody's husband
Well,
twice?
no,
With their tongue.
She could assume, I'm just saying, hypothetically, she could assume that they were broken up. That they're broken up, that they were separated. He could have, you just never know. I don't want to make assumptions about what was in Nicole Murphy's head, but I will say there are situations where you could think that
I understand
that is kosher.
Absolutely.
And we don't know. And Nicole Murphy hasn't said much, and Layla Rashawn, of course, didn't say anything. She took down...
She deleted all social media.
All social media. So clearly, that wasn't no family-friend situation. But then Lisa Ray posted to Instagram, and she...
Lisa Ray had time.
Implied, she had all the time. She implied that this wasn't the first time Nicole had been with a married man. And then DeBrat, her sister, said on Dish Nation that Nicole had indeed fooled around with Lisa Ray's husband when they were still married. So...
Man, look.
I'm just giving the facts. So...
Nicole, sis, come on, auntie. You've been slaying for years, girl. You are it. She's always been it. Like the body, the everything. Like she's gorgeous. But then you got this other side of it that's like, now, sure, it could have been an issue of, yes, I didn't know you guys were together. You could have been separated.
Or he told me you were.
Or he told me you guys were together. Or you guys weren't together anymore. Fine. That could have been the thing, and that could have been explained away.
Because that's in the fuckboy playbook.
Right, but then when Lisa Ray said, oh, while I was with my man, you also tried to mess with him, this seems like a pattern that's like, so maybe this wasn't explained, and maybe there is some foul play here. And I think the saddest part of all this to me is the way that people have tried to allow Antoine an out because Layla Rashawn is bigger than what she used to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if y'all think if you get married to a woman in 20 years ago, and if God forbid, you know, she gains weight, sure. But most women don't stay the exact same size after kids, after life, after things happen. Like we don't know what happened. Right.
Like
some people don't want to do all that. Some people are comfortable with how they are.
Right.
And yeah, Layla looks different. But like, when has that ever been the basis of marriage? Looks. When has that ever been?
And we also want to reinforce the idea that because there's not a correlation between getting bigger and not looking as good.
Right. She looks great.
She looks great. And so, because some people are like, well, even if she looks bad, you should stay with her. It's like, well, no, she looks good. And it's okay to, because I've seen on the internet, people are kind of trashing Layla Rashawn.
Absolutely.
And it's like, and there's a lot of fat phobia in that, right?
Yeah.
Because it's this idea that somehow because you've gained weight that you're not beautiful, and we have to destroy that myth as well.
Yeah.
This should be about him.
Right.
If he indeed is making an improper choice in their relationship, and again, we don't know all the facts because he hasn't spoken yet, but if that is in fact what's happening, then our beef should be with him.
Absolutely.
And they're like jumping on, like you were saying, they're jumping on Layla.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is why I always say you have to keep in mind what kind of person you are, because when you take those vows, they forever.
Yeah.
Some people don't really get that. You're not supposed to just stay with somebody just
for 2 days.
for 2 or the way I
or two sizes.
Right. The way I meet you, you're guaranteed to grow in some way, shape, or form. Men get bigger.
Right.
Men grow bellies and it's expected.
And lose hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Women, you know what I'm saying? We're all human.
We're all human, and
So-
we get older, and we get grayer,
Right.
and we get glasses, and
Exactly.
all that. Lose teeth.
So the thing is, you're supposed to love somebody through all of that. And this is why I say everybody's not equipped to be married because they don't have that longevity. Now they've been together for a long time.
Right.
But he also got with Layla Rashawn when she was a different size.
She was.
But now as she's growing and getting older and having kids and all this, and they got kids. Like, you have to understand that things change and things develop. If you get married, you're supposed to get married in this notion of love and I appreciate you for who you are on the inside and the love. But things change.
No, things change. On the internet, I want to get your opinion on this too, because as a dude, because this is so frustrating to me. I was looking on Facebook and a couple of my friends posted the picture of Layla. And that's the other thing. They've shown this picture of Nicole Murphy on the beach with dude, you know, and then they show Layla with like a sweatsuit on walking down the street, probably right after she had a child, or maybe not. But it looked like an older picture to me. And they're saying, is it wrong to leave your wife if she doesn't take care of herself?
I'm about to leave the set. How about that?
No, and I'm outraged by it. I'll be clear. We're all on the same.
She doesn't take care of herself. We don't know what that looks like. The thing is, Layla Rashawn, we don't know. Layla has been out of the spotlight for years. My whole thing is she was in a movie I think a few years back, but she hasn't really put herself in the spotlight in years. Yeah. She and Antoine decided to stay married. Like, I don't know if they're separated right now, but even if you gain weight, that does not mean you deserve to be cheated on.
Yeah.
That does not mean that you deserve, for whatever union you guys had, that means it has to fall apart because you look different.
And I hope that's not the case.
That's horrible.
Right.
I'm hoping
but I'm just hearing so many men say that, and I'm like,
yes.
it actually scares me a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like it's like, oh well, if you gain weight and I see a better looking woman, you kind of have to accept that I'm gonna go there. What?
But that
sounds crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these people should not be moving forward in relationships that are longevity-wise because they don't have the thought process or the emotional standpoint.
Shouldn't be in no relationship.
They shouldn't because.
Just stay on Twitter.
But people, but people feel like there's this notion that I have to be with somebody, and I don't think people truly grasp that this is marriage contract is till death, and you ain't gonna be as curvy as you are when you're 77.
Right.
People go through shit. So the longevity aspect, I'm hoping it's not on his part that she got bigger or anything like that. The worst case scenario, which could be the best case scenario, is that maybe they're not together anymore. Maybe they stop seeing each other.
Right.
Which I hope is the case because you tonguing down Nicole Murphy. Why? Okay.
Like on a beach.
Like on a beach, and y'all, we family friends.
It was a paparazzo who got him, right?
Yeah.
Twice, 2 different times.
Family friends. That's the best, as a man, that's the best lie that we gonna go with.
Right.
A family friend.
Well, Antoine hasn't said anything.
Yeah, but
Nicole said that. And so
it probably was a family friend. I mean,
I'm sure they've known each other.
But that's not
for
an
years,
excuse
but
to tongue down Nicole Murphy.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not that it's a lie. It's just it's not the point.
Right.
This means you're tonguing down a family friend.
At the end of the day,
that's my homie.
We don't know what's happening. We don't know the true situation. I'm praying for the family. I'm praying for their kids. Like I believe their kids are like in high school age, middle school age. Like, imagine, like, thank God they're in summer break, but imagine going to like a party, somebody's birthday, or going to the playground, and they're like, ain't that your daddy?
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be the hot topic when they get back to school.
And and with social media,
it's worse.
The kids are never disconnected from it. And that's why you have to unplug, as we said a few minutes ago, like, Layla deleted all of her social media, which is good for her. But the kids and other people have to live with this stuff too. It's a tough thing. Speaking of social media, let's see what y'all are saying about the question of the day. Why do we always blame the woman for cheating? April Prince on Facebook said, because as real women, we expect better from other women. I wouldn't blame her because she's not my mate, but women think it's okay to be with men that are married or in relationships. Real women hold themselves to a higher standard and don't have an understanding for other women who don't do the same. Men couldn't cheat if all women felt the same way. Can we pause on that for 1 second? Because I understand the idea of saying
like
solidarity among women.
Yeah.
And that's assuming, again, that the woman knows everything that's going on, right?
Because men be lying.
But facts. That's actual and factual.
That's true. And some women don't care.
Some women don't care.
I know plenty of women who date married men knowingly, right? And she's like, that's not my friend, I don't know her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I guess part of the question, though, for me still is, why are we letting this dude off the hook?
Right.
If I marry you, my commitment is to you.
Right.
If you then date him and he's not my friend, then I see why I might not like you. And I see why you did something wrong, maybe. And we can make an ethical argument about whether you did something wrong or not, depending on what you tell him.
Yeah.
But
it's your responsibility.
But your responsibility is only to me.
Right.
So in terms of the dynamics here, right? Because I don't know you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you don't know me, so you don't have a responsibility to me except as a human.
I don't have to tell you any, like,
you don't owe me
you're
shit.
not my man.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
You don't owe me shit. So this is why, for me, I think sometimes, again, this patriarchy plays in here. And so we're holding women to this standard where you gotta be the ally and best friend and sister girl to women you don't even know.
Yeah.
And dude don't even gotta be accountable to the person that he made vows to.
Right, and that's my problem, because I feel like, and I've been cheated on before, and it's literally the worst feeling ever.
Sucks.
But I never felt like it was the woman. Like, I went straight to the dude I was dating at the time and was like, so we got problems, because I know all about it. I will say that, whatever you do in the dark comes to the light. Like, even if you, like this, we don't know how long this has been going on. We don't know nothing, but we know it just came to the light. And so for me, I understand the solidarity. I understand the solidarity argument, because sometimes I do be like, come on, as a woman, that karma is crazy. Like, but even for anybody, it's like that karma, I just don't believe in. I don't cheat. But what I do know is that it's one of the most painful experiences ever.
Definitely.
Like, it's literally one of the most painful and humiliating experiences ever.
We got some more questions coming in.
Yeah.
Selena Bunton on Facebook said, because they're going to take the man back. As far as some women are concerned, it's the other woman's fault that the man strayed away and cheated. we barely hold men responsible for their actions because we end up taking them back. Shauna Nicole said, I blame both, the husband first, then the woman, because she should have known better. Tara Harris Jarvis said on Facebook, because women are held to a higher standard, which is BS.
But my question is, do we not blame men? I mean, do men not get the blame? Do we? I feel like we don't. I feel like we don't always blame the woman when somebody steps out.
I feel like they take more. Like, again, the thing is, if I cheat on you, you take me back, and you hate the woman I cheated with forever. So there's a way that the guy ultimately gets back off the hook.
Sometimes.
And the woman becomes the enemy.
Right.
You know, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying I think part of it isn't even because it's women or men. I think it's because when you love somebody, you can forgive them. You don't have any. I don't have any motivation to forgive the person you cheated with. And I think that goes on both sides of the equation.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's situational, because if you cheated on me, and I was like, well, I love you. Like, I'm not gonna let you go. We'll work through it. You know, that's different. I don't automatically blame you, because you did what you were supposed to do. You did what I'm thinking that you would do as a conscious man. A woman's attractive, and if she's saying like, yeah, I'm in a relationship, but you know, I don't really like this, whatever she told you, you did what you were supposed to do.
Right.
I'm not gonna blame you wholeheartedly. I might be pissed at you.
Right.
But I'm not gonna blame you.
Right, you just might not like me.
Exactly.
Which is different.
The blame goes on the person who was conscious enough to make that decision. And I think that goes both ways. Now, what you choose to do afterwards, whether I want to take you back or not, is up to me. But I think it's situational. I think men also get blamed for a lot of the situations. Now, I will agree, I think it is more on the woman's side who get blamed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because
look at Monica Lewinsky.
Right. As a woman, you already supposed to know. It ain't a lot of good ones out of us here. You know, I know how women,
Right. And we assume men ain't shit anyway.
Exactly. So
the boys will be boys.
Right.
Gross to men will be men.
Right. So there's always a nigga ain't shit mentality.
Expect them to do nothing.
Exactly. So that's why I think automatically as a man, I already know what you were gonna do.
I think in this situation, I think we are seeing the double standard here, because no one has. There are men literally like, "Hey, Antoine, I understand." Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I
bro
get
leveled
that.
up. Bro leveling up.
You can't,
yeah.
If you want to, sure. Say he wants to level up. Let's say that he wants to move on from Layla, and he, as a man, is no longer, attracted to her. Whatever that situation could look like. Let's hypothetically say that. You should just get divorced then. And then, separate officially, say whatever, but let it be known that y'all are together so she doesn't feel humiliated and your family doesn't look embarrassed. But we shouldn't cheer this on. This is not a moment of happiness for any party.
Right.
Everyone involved is embarrassed and hurt.
Right. Or beating up on Layla Rashawn, or putting all the blame on Nicole Murphy.
Right.
It just bugs me out. Anyway, before we go, it's time for something we do every Friday. It's called the badass moment in blackness. Now, this is where we need theme music, right?
Badass moment in blackness. Badass moment in blackness.
Yeah, that's not it.
Badass moment in blackness.
Ungawa.
I didn't expect any of that.
You gotta do Ungawa at the end.
Ungawa.
That was not a badass moment in blackness. But we're gonna have
I
one.
don't like the freestyle.
I liked it.
My freestyle game is crazy.
It's superior.
Go ahead.
Every day.
Every single day.
Every
single day.
This is a moment that makes us proud to be black, unlike what just happened here. And today,
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
I want to highlight a young man. He has a name. His name is Jermaine. No last name.
No last name.
Shout out to Jermaine.
But Jermaine scaled a building. Not one story, not two stories, not three stories, but a 19-story building to rescue his mama from a fire in the building. Jermaine climbed to the 15th floor to check on his mom, who was bedridden after his sister informed him of a fire in the building. And get this, just earlier that day, Jermaine had been walking on crutches because he cracked his own hip on a set of stairs. And despite that, he climbed the building. And after he climbed the building and his mom assured him she was fine, son just proceeded to climb back down the 15 stories.
He didn't go through the window? Why didn't he just take the elevator then?
I think the building was closed.
It might have been fire. Sometimes with the fire, they turn the elevator off.
You could take the stairs inside.
Yeah, but I think the building might have been shut down. It had to.
If there's a fire inside, you might not want to take the stairs inside.
No, but she was all right?
But if the building, if she's all right, that's a solid point.
Go inside and take the stairs, Jermaine.
Oh no, we're celebrating Jermaine. We're not judging Jermaine.
He can't be Spider-Man.
It was blocked off.
It was blocked off.
I got nervous.
Obviously, he couldn't get in.
I'm sure he considered other options before scaling back down the building like Spider-Man.
Hey, look,
Shout out to Spider-Man.
I got a little nervous.
Shout out to Spider-Man. But the point is,
yes.
Jermaine, you showed at a moment where black men are under attack.
All right.
Where we're getting assaulted by all sides. You showed that our love for our mama is so profound that we will climb tall buildings. Not in an R&B song, but in real life. And for that, sir, we salute you.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute you, Jermaine, with no last name. Probably got warrants, but he love his mama.
Come on.
Before we head out, we gotta shout out all of our Black Coffee fam.
We don't know that.
You can't do that.
We don't know that.
Let me tell you something.
You can't just do that. You gonna celebrate the man, you gonna celebrate him.
I celebrate Jermaine, X.
Oh my gosh.
If the media comes to you and asks you what your last name is,
And you say,
I don't have no last name.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Anyway, thank you, Black Coffee fam, for riding with us all week. And just the love you show the show on social media and everywhere else. So you send us some love, and we want to read some of the comments you sent us. On Facebook, Jen Ho Ferreira wrote,
yes, Jen Ho.
I love this show. Thank you, Jen Ho. And Gretchen Peppers replied, me too.
Who that?
I love how they dig into topics that the world is too afraid to discuss in a way that makes us feel like we're right there on the couch with them.
That's my little sister.
I was gonna say another Peppers.
Another Peppers.
Really?
That's my little sister. Shout out to her. She's great.
Shout out to
Gretchen,
you.
I love you.
We love you, Gretchen. YouTube comments also been
And
popping
my
up
dad and brother
all
watch the
week.
show, too.
Hey, Peppers,
Hey,
the entire
Peppers,
the Peppers, was it Peppers 4, Peppers 5?
Five of us.
The Peppers 5.
Yeah,
Thank y'all.
Shout out to
Thank
y'all.
you, thank
Love
you.
You guys.
You doubled our viewership. Ashley Elizabeth Green, you wrote to us, Mark is such a sage. I don't know how to take that. And I love how this group show so much of their personality and jokes. I stay dying. We love you. JS wrote about Jameer's defense of Beyonce and Aaliyah. Jameer made such good points in this episode. This show keeps getting better and better.
Thank you, love.
And Real Hamilton Romeo said, MLH laughing with tears gave me my whole life. Thank you.
Aww.
And Angel Brown jumped in and said, I love Gia Peppers. Her energy. She's so reserved yet cool AF. But I bet she can twerk something on the low. Hey, queen.
Hey, that's a twerk face.
Nice sis. I love it. I love it.
That's my type.
That's my type. I am very,
What voice is this
I'm
now?
chill or whatever, but I do like to twerk.
I don't know.
I love God, and I love to twerk.
There you go.
You can twerk the Jesus songs.
You can't. I don't know about that.
That's a God in me. You can twerk to it by Mary Mary.
The God in me is not a twerk song.
That is not even that's not a twerk.
It's not a twerk song. No.
Please stop.
But y'all, this is it.
We got a little break.
We got a little break.
A little vacation.
We going on vacation. Where y'all taking me?
So, Black Coffee fam, we want to thank you for joining us today. We're going on a brief summer break. Don't worry, though, we ain't going nowhere. We'll be back on Tuesday, August 27th. So set your calendars for that right now. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can watch all of the conversations we've had with folk like Representative Ilhan Omar, Bernie Sanders, Irv Gotti, Angela Yee, Laverne Cox, Bob the Drag Queen, Tarana Burke, Jim from Schenectady. So many people.
Jim was not on the show.
When are you going to admit that you're Jim from Schenectady?
And I don't think people know who Jim is.
I've read Jim from Schenectady's comments on air before. Jim, thank you for
rehearsal.
No, I've also done it in real life. Thank you all for watching. And thank you, Jim in Schenectady, for being our most valued viewer.
No.
We love you. We honor you. And we want you to come to set someday.
No one knows.
Anyway, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're on Twitter right now, stay on Twitter because we're going to have another conversation. It's something I like to call Le Refill. We'll see you there. We're back on Black Coffee.
You're annoying.
Le Refill. I'm not annoying.
Okay.
We've had 8 weeks of working together.
8 weeks.
Can you believe it? Hey!
All right, cool. Yeah. It's like Step Brothers.
I loved it. I have to say I'm so thankful for this opportunity because I've worked on so many projects, one-offs and other shows, but this has been my first like real every day come to work and to come to work.
It's different, right?
Yeah, but I love it.
Yeah.
And to come to work with one of the most incredible, like intelligent men I know, and one of the greatest people I know. It's been so dope. So I'm so proud of this and what we've been able to create, and I'm so excited for when we come back and create more magic.
No, it's been great. You know, working every day is a different game, and I tell journalists that a lot of people who want to get into the business and do shows, like, there's something very different.
It's a different skill set.
It's a different skill set, it's a different muscle. Even if you're on TV every day, it's different than doing a show.
Yeah.
You know, and I love it, honestly. There hasn't been one day that I didn't want to get up and come in. I like the rhythm of looking at things and saying, okay, we didn't talk about this yesterday, but we can do it tomorrow.
Right.
Or being creative and thinking through, things with you all has been great. Hanging out with you guys has been fun every day. Some more than others. It's been.
Gee, I'm sorry.
It's been no, but it's been really a lot of fun, and I think I've never hosted with co-hosts before. So also there's a dance that happens when you work with people that it's been really fun to do. So
Definitely.
I just had a great time every day.
I mean, coming here, like you know when you wake up or on like a Sunday, you're like, oh, I gotta go to work. And then you realize like, no, I love what I do.
Right.
It's not even a job. It's like, it's a labor of love, and we all like make this happen. You guys have helped me grow in tremendous ways in these 8 weeks that I appreciate. I always know that I could throw the ball up in the air and somebody gonna catch it. And you know, like we have a great chemistry and it's growing, and we depend on each other, and we all know each other's strengths. And that's just such a great thing to know. And then there's people behind the scenes that make this show
look, shout out to
what
our
it is.
producers.
All our we are family. Like, we are legit family. We have fun. We crack jokes, and it's just like,
Hide people's clothes.
Right, they prank people.
I
Eric
am
Rat.
going to steal all of Eric's stuff. I'm saying this on the refill. He might know when it's not gonna
Somebody
happen.
stole Jameer's Martin jersey yesterday.
Eric
You would have thought they
Martin.
took his firstborn.
I was
Right.
I was about to snap in the office, but I mean, it was all good fun. Just from the camera people to the producers.
To our stylists,
to
our Anya, who takes care of our makeup every day. Make sure I look beat, honey.
Beat.
Alyssa, who makes sure that we come out of the dressing room
She's
on
the fun
time so we
police.
can
She goes, hey, show, now. Got you, you're right.
And then we wrangle you two in, because I'm usually here already.
But that's a
dressed in
lie,
Mike.
usually in sweats.
And Jonah, who waits for
Yes.
us
Diligently,
with the
like,
best
you guys
patient.
want to get Mike? You guys want to do your job?
You want to do your job
Do
today?
your job today? So nice, and Danya, wonderful.
Yes, man.
Showrunner,
Anya,
yes.
Tiara, Rhonda.
Rhonda,
Rhonda.
yeah.
Who? What would we be without Rhonda?
Amazing.
Yeah, Tiara. We
I
said
just
Tiara.
Tiara.
We checking. We going over. You know,
Right.
we got the IFBs in. So yeah. We wanted. Yeah, shout out to
Kayla.
Kayla. Everybody, the social team, everybody who really makes the show come
It
together.
takes
my
so
goodness,
much
the
to make a
social
show
team. Thank
happen.
you, yes.
And just so you know, because we not recapping because we leaving, we rapping because we coming back.
Yeah.
Right.
We taking a
We're
nice little bit.
appreciative.
Yes, we're just grateful. We're just grateful. No, but sometimes people do these things because it ain't coming back.
Right,
we,
right,
we,
right.
we coming
We
back.
gonna be back.
We just going on
have a
vacation.
date.
Yeah.
We got a date and everything. We're going on vacation.
Shout
we
out
coming
to
back.
Snipes and David.
And all jokes aside, Jameer, like if you do take a vacation and feel like you're not sufficiently refreshed,
Here it comes.
I feel like no, just sometimes August isn't enough. August 27th may not be enough for you. If you want to take until
I'll be back on the 26th.
Halloween or Thanksgiving,
I'm gonna be here.
or Flag Day.
No,
Flag
I'm
Day?
gonna. Mark, look.
I'm
where would you
I'm just
be without-
spitballing here.
Where would you be without me? I tell you, literally, shirts not to wear, pants what you should wear. I make sure that you come out
You think
here.
if I weren't here, I wouldn't wear pants?
Not
Yeah.
good pants.
We're done here.
Okay.
We're done here. We're going to the next refill.
Pants. Okay.
We're going to the next refill.
Okay.
Shout out to Danny for giving us the great pants.
Absolutely.
We're back with Black Coffee, the refill.
Y'all black with black
We're
coffee.
back with Black, the coffee, the refill. Yep.
Vacation started.
As you can tell, it's time for vacation. Black Coffee, the refill, we're here. Favorite interview moments?
Oh my God, so many. I gotta say, of course, Bernie Sanders was a big moment for us, and I hated that you weren't here physically, but you sent in your video, and it was fire.
I was off of mimosas.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Bernie, like, when I tell you, we have never had the crew or anyone feel so excited for a guest to come in, and Bernie came in here, and he was so cool. So I would say Bernie, Trina. I love Trina.
Trina was a good one.
Like, I love Trina so much. So for me to be able to sit across from her for 30 minutes, like, and it's my job.
Yeah, no,
Trina was great.
I've
been a fan of her forever. So Trina, and there's just so many more. Who have been y'all?
I loved Ilhan Omar.
Absolutely.
She was fun. It's always good when you see people in one vein.
Yes.
To have the space to see them in others. So Bernie for sure, Ilhan Omar for sure.
Tarana was
and Tarana, I was gonna say, and Tarana was amazing. And I think because Tarana was our first guest, it was really, it was really fun. One, to watch the world see different sides of her. Because people hit me up like, oh, Me Too, is the only thing we know her from. Now to see her humor, her personal side, all those, and her just being silly afterward. You know what I'm saying? Me Too in the building when we was doing the drop.
Right.
We were just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And like to see all of that was just super, super dope, man. I loved it, man. How about you?
Loved Irv Gotti.
Irv was hilarious.
Major gems. I loved Irv Gotti and Lucci because Lucci was good because we got into real debates,
Yeah.
And when Mark said what he said about the Tupac comment and Lucci, like you and him were going
First
back
he stood up and showed the thug life on his stomach.
He showed the thug life. I like people who always want to be a part of the show. And I'm happy that we made a lot of people feel like family. Even BJ, who just came back. He was amazing.
BJ is literally one of my favorite people in this industry. And so for him to come and sit on this couch and be his full self, I live for that anytime.
I think we've had a lot of sturdy, solid, great moments.
We've been lucky, man. We had Sean King here.
Man.
That was one
we
of my
were able to
favorites,
just ask him the questions that everybody wanted to know. That's our job, and we did it, and we did it well. We had Robin Givens here.
Robin Givens was live.
Oh my God.
She's literally on a wall in my house. Like that. She is a legend, and for her to be so sweet and so cool and just sit here.
She had so much fun.
Oh my God, that's my favorite.
And that's what I'm saying. So to have the gamut of people we've had and the diversity, I'm so proud of that.
Laverne Cox, another one.
Laverne gave everybody life with she was dropping gems everywhere. And that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Let me just. And I don't have a pocket.
Well, you don't have a pocket, sir. But yes.
Thank you so much.
But that's why, and that's why I'm excited about the break. Because when we come back, we're going to have such energy and we're going to have time to really pull together a whole season of amazing guests again. So if you loved having Ilhan Omar and you loved having Bernie Sanders, there's a whole bunch more presidential candidates that are going to come. I ain't going to say who they are, but some of them called me yesterday and said they was coming.
Jameer Pond.
President of America.
Okay, America.
Okay.
Yeah, not the Martin Lawrence fan club.
Oh, okay. Eric.
So we're gonna have lots of people here, lots of guests, lots of celebrities, lots of actors, actresses, R&B singers, rappers, politicians,
Black people,
newsmakers, opinion makers,
white people,
black people, white people, men, women. We're gonna run the gamut because we really want Black Coffee to continue to be what we imagined and what we conceived of, which is a space for great conversation, great people. You know what I mean? And pushing
Eric
the culture
Garner's
forward.
mom.
Oh my God.
Eric Garner's mom
Eric Garner's
was probably
mom,
the most touching
Yeah, that was tough.
interview we had.
She was talking and that tear was welling up in her right eye.
We got to get that on the YouTube.
That's gonna be up on the YouTube actually today.
Good.
In fact. Yeah, I just spoke to the team. They said it's gonna be up today, and along with all the other interviews that aren't up yet, will be up this week. We got the Scotty Beam one will be up there.
Scotty was a great guest.
Another great one. Eric Garner's mom, Dr. Sabi's grandchildren, that'll be up there.
That was impactful too.
You know what I mean? Simone Sanders, I mean, all these great interviews are gonna be up on the YouTube channel. That's why it's important for people to subscribe. So everybody out there, if you can, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button on videos when you like them. Share it to other people so that they will like it. As we grow our subscriber base, it just lets the world know how important the show is, and it lets us keep doing the things that we do. So thank y'all, and we'll see you after the vacation.
All right. I'm getting